Okay, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High, radio, shouting, stepping in the building. I got my OG in this thing, Freeway Rick Ross. What's good with it, my guy?
Yeah, we back.
Already, man. I mean, Rick, but you back with 21 keys, though.
Ooh,
Talk
wee.
to me.
Ooh, wee. Somebody broke down the 21 keys.
Already, man. I mean, this new book, Rick.
And they wasn't selling 20s either.
Exactly. But how you feeling, though, man? Dropping off the second book out here in these streets,
Oh,
Bob.
man, right now, man, I'm on cloud 9. I'm going to be straight up with you. Ain't no sense in me lying.
Yeah.
I'm feeling real good about myself right now. My swag is on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I can do no wrong right now. You know,
Already.
it's like I'm untouchable. And you know, I usually don't talk like this either.
I'm with you.
But, you know, just something about today just feel real special today.
I can dig that. I can definitely dig that. Now, Rick, coming off of that first book, man, how do you feel going back to back, about to knock another book out of the park again? Because, see, now, first of all, can you update the listeners on how well the first book did, the autobiography?
Well, we did around 37,000, 38,000 out the trunk.
Ooh.
I don't know how many Amazon did, but I beat Amazon. Amazon didn't. I wasn't gonna let Amazon sell my book better than I could sell it. So they didn't win. He didn't win that. One of my partners told me one day. He said, "Man, Jeff Bezos sell better than anybody." I said, "He ain't gonna sell my stuff better than I can sell it. I guarantee you that,
Exactly.
for a fact."
That's right.
But the book did real well, you know. And it's still going, you know. I'm getting ready to order about 20,000 copies here in the next couple of weeks. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm gonna put all these damn books until I can sell them. You know, 20,000 books is like a diesel truckload of books.
Come on now.
So, I just got to figure out where I'm gonna put them all, man. But I'm finna get them. I'm gonna buy them because when I have them, I had to go out and sell them. Otherwise, my money be sitting there on a crate. And,
Exactly.
you know, I'd rather have my money in Benz and Franklin. So
Facts. Now, talk to me about the reception, though, Rick, because, see, I know you've been doing a lot of touring around the country. I'm seeing you popping up in clubs. I'm seeing you at speaking engagements, and folks are just going crazy. Like Michael Jackson just touched down. Break that down to me, man.
they're increasing my pay.
Exactly.
You know, I remember when I got out of jail, they was giving me $200 to go and speak. You know, now I'm getting 5,000. You know,
Yeah.
not all the time, but you know, every now and then I get 5,000.
That's right.
You know, to do a gig. So, like I said, man, I just feel blessed and you know, I bless myself too.
That's right.
But I do feel good about the way things are going right now. I'm in a really good space. You know. Financially, spiritually, my health. I ain't been in the hospital ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop telling my age too. I don't want y'all to know how old I am.
25. Nah,
but I ain't never been in the hospital, man. I don't have no aches, no pains. I take no medicine. Can't see all that well though. But other than that, man, it's just like enjoy life, player.
Exactly. Now, I know you've been running all over the world with it, though, Rick.
I just left France, man,
Talk
2 weeks
to me about
ago.
that, though, man. I mean, what are you doing? And drug dealers in Paris? I mean, break it down to me, man. What's happening?
Hey, they gave me a passport, man.
Yeah.
And they let me go over to France. A company by the name of Fresh Jive and Pro Clubs.
Yeah.
2 companies out of LA. Fashion Week. It was Men's Fashion Week, and they said that we want you to wear our clothes, man, and we're gonna pay you to go to Paris. I said, hold up. Y'all gonna pay me to go to Paris?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna feed me while I'm over there. You gonna put me in one of them real nice 5-star hotels.
That's right.
I said, I'm in.
Come on. Exactly. What was going through your mind when you touched down in Paris doing your thing, man, on a whole nother level? Did you even see that coming around the corner, though?
You know what? Now, that's something when I was in prison and I was mapping this thing out. Because, you know, when I was in prison, I drew a roadmap. Like, okay, you're going to do music.
Yeah.
You're going to do a book. You're going to have a documentary. You're going to do mixtapes. You're going to do this.
Yeah.
You're going to speaking engagements. I never thought about going to Paris. I missed that one.
Yeah. Speaking of that documentary, though, man.
Oh,
Number
my
one on
goodness.
Netflix, killing shit. I mean, break
One
that
year.
down to me.
1 year.
1 year.
1 year we've been on Netflix, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't got no awards yet. You know, maybe one day they'll give us an award.
But it was still Emmy nominated though now.
Yeah. We got nominated. I think we took second in the nominations.
Yeah.
That was just for TV.
Okay.
You know, that wasn't for Netflix or nothing like that there. But, you know, I'm happy about that, man. Getting nominated and getting to go to the Emmys.
Exactly.
To, you know, drug dealer at the Emmys.
How do you feel about the way that people have been embracing you though now, man? Being able to look up, coming from where you come from, because like you said, you came out, you weren't even sure if you were going to get money to speak. Now you in high demand. Because I saw your Instagram the other day, Rick, and I said, okay, now wait a minute. Is this Rick or is this the hottest rapper out right now? Because you was all over the place with it.
Yeah, man. We was in Miami a couple days ago and had a ball. You know, it's just like when you sit there and you start to rebuild yourself. Because what I found out, what happened to me in the first place is that I allowed my environment to mold me and shape me. Yeah. And what I'm talking about is mentally. You know, how I thought, what my morals was, what my values was. But now what I do is I found out that I can determine what my morals and what my values are and what it is that I want to do and what I want to do with myself. So now I'm shaping me, not nothing around me. I have started to shape my environment.
Come on, man. But being able to do that, though, Rick, I mean, would it be because of these 21 keys right here, man?
I ain't going to lie to you. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't doing nothing special.
Break it down to me.
I'm talking smack, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing special, man. I just follow them principles, man.
Yeah.
And anybody who go in there to make the cake, you know, if you take the mix and you follow the recipe to the letter, you're going to get a cake. You know what I'm saying? But if you go in there and you start playing with it and the mix say only add 8 ounces of water, but you add a whole gallon, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get mush.
Come on now. Which one of these keys in here touched near and dear to your heart, though, Rick, that you live by consistently, you find yourself using?
You know what?
Most?
I ain't read the book yet, man. I'm probably I was just invited to do BET, and I know that's probably one of y'all competitors, but I'm going to be doing BET. They're going to let me take over their Instagram.
Yeah. And
I'm going to be reading the keys for the first time. Because I didn't want to read the book yet. You know, Coley wrote the book.
That's right.
Coley wrote the book basically from riding around with me every day, watching me work, and he wrote down, basically he became a video camera where it was places that they don't allow you to film. You know, you walk in there, the first thing they say, one of the dudes, he said, Rick, I'll take a picture with you, but this picture goes nowhere.
That's crazy.
So you talking about having an opportunity to hear from people that people don't hear from.
That's right.
The people don't get to talk to.
Exactly.
And for him to have recorded, I mean, when we left the office and we riding in the car and I'm looking over and he's scratching on this piece of paper. I said, man, what the hell are you doing? He said, man, I'm just writing down notes of everything that been happening. So I said, you writing down notes? I said, that's a book.
Exactly.
I said, man, listen, the stuff that you been getting to see, you getting to see me in rare form. And he wrote them down, man, and he could tell you a little more about it. Let him say it.
Let Coley hit this thing.
Hey, yo, what up, everybody? This your boy, Coley Crutcher, representing that BX and Jersey.
That's right.
And, yeah, like Rick said, basically what he actually gave you was 2 of the keys off rip without even naming them. He gave you key number 2, which is health consciousness, and he gave you key number 11, which is be a critical thinker. And, you know, just like he said, in the process of riding around with him, what I wanted to do is extrapolate what he was doing and what he was talking about from the terms of something that everybody could relate to.
Yeah.
So, like, everybody in this room could sit down and read that book and understand exactly the principles that went into him becoming the biggest crack dealer in the history of the United States.
That's right.
Because everybody doesn't have that opportunity to ride around with somebody like Rick. And at the beginning, I wasn't going into it and saying, hey, Rick, well, what did you do with this? And what did you do with that? And what did you do with this? So it was very organic the way it happened. And it was very natural. He didn't try to control anything. He didn't try to tell me to leave anything out. He didn't say, hey, that was embarrassing. I don't want you to talk about this. Don't say anything about that. Everything just flowed. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what made the book so unique. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I found these principles that I said anybody can use these. Because the thing about a principle is this. Principles are universal, just like the laws of gravity, electricity. It doesn't matter whether you're black, white, male, female. If you jump off a building, the principle of gravity is going to bring you down. And so the principles that he was using, if you could use those principles to sell dope, why can't you use those principles to graduate valedictorian in your class?
That's right.
Why can't you use those principles to become top in your field, whatever that's going to be? Whether it's medicine, best-selling author, publisher, radio host, whatever that is. And I just wanted to bring that all together. And
motivational speaker.
Yeah, motivational speaker, whatever the case may be.
Boxing manager.
Yeah, boxing, whatever you
right.
like. All the things that he's doing right now, he's doing the same thing. But he's just, you can take a key, you can turn that key, you can lock yourself in, or you can turn that key and free yourself. Okay? And so that's what this book is about. You use it for whatever you want. If I was to say you couldn't use this book to go out and sell dope, that would be disingenuous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to know the consequences.
Exactly.
So it's not, this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. These are the principles. Use them for what you want, and we just hope that you use them for your success. That's it.
I can definitely dig that, man. Appreciate it, Coley.
That's it.
Now, Rick, I understand now, man.
I ain't going nowhere.
We're about to have a movie in this thing, man.
Man, we right now, the clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick.
Come on now.
My man Kush, right now, Kush is in L.A. working on the script right now today. I mean, we could call him on the phone right now. I guarantee you, he'll tell you, he out there putting it down on that script. I mean, this brother's so passionate about my story, man. I'm like, this who I've been looking for. For 10 years, I've been looking for this dude, man. I mean, and I had some good writers on my script.
Yeah.
I had what's his name that wrote Minister Society.
Ooh.
I had him working on it. We had Nick Cassavetti, the guy who did Blow.
Oh.
Reginald Hutland. We done had some mean brothers, on this script, man. But now, with the one we got right now, man, he's taking it to a whole nother level. They call him the script doctor.
The script doctor.
The script doctor. They said the script was sick. We need a doctor.
Exactly.
Fix this thing, man.
Rick, what's going through your mind right now, finally being able to tell your story? You've seen so many other folks tell their story, man, but to be able to see yours on the big screen right now.
Well, man, this means so much to me, man. I mean, it's going to be me talking to my people, to the young brothers who I believe looked up to me before and still look up to me now. And it's going to be a way for me to shed some knowledge, educate them to some of the facts that a lot of us don't really know about. A lot of times we go through life and we only need one thing to straighten up and our whole life change, Right. So I'm hoping that the film reach. The documentary doing a hell of a job, though. I'm talking about, man. I mean, I get people coming up to me in the airports now, white people too, not just black no more. It used to be, my audience used to be black, male, 24 to 45. That was my audience. But now it's like 13-year-old white kids come up, hey, you Rick Ross, I want to take a picture with you.
What goes through your mind when that's going on and you see that your fan base has grown so much, man?
Well, it's like I said, those principles are working. I want to grow my fan base.
Yeah.
I want to be powerful.
Exactly.
Ain't no sense in me lying to you. I don't want to be weak, on the street begging and need food stamps. I don't want that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be worried about a car note, or lights, and house. I don't want none of those issues.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Those are not going to be my issues. So to grow my fan base, to enhance my ability to accumulate wealth is something that I want.
Okay, Rick. We talked a few years back, man. Talk to me about the way people have been treating you since then and how it's changed. Because, see, I see a different vibe on Rick than I saw 2 years ago, okay? You done already stepped up the thread game and switched that up. I see the happiness. I see the joy and everything.
I wasn't happy back then.
You was happy, but you was on the grind. I could tell you was on your grind back then.
I was focused.
Now I can see exactly you was focused. Now I can see that you.
I can do a little swagging now.
Exactly.
I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Come on. I can tell that you've been reaping the rewards of all the seeds that you were sowing at that time. So what's that been like?
Well, once when you walking around, and one of my favorite books, The Richest Man in Babylon, he talks about when a person has gold in their pocket, they got a little different swag.
That's
so
true.
Now I walk around with about $300,000, $400,000 worth of credit cards in my pocket, so my swag is a little different.
Exactly.
I can then buy anything I want, and I go get any car I want.
That's right.
If I want one of those rollies like I see everybody else with, I can go get it.
Why not?
So it does give you a little more oomph about yourself.
Exactly.
So I imagine, I can't tell though, I feel like I'm the same.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I changed, but anyway, I know that my book talks about that. The more money you get, the better you start to feel about yourself, and that it'll show.
Exactly. Now, Tekashi 6ix9ine, man, he just pleaded guilty to 9 felonies out here in these streets, man. What kind of advice would you give to that man?
Well, I told the fellas when he got arrested, somebody had asked me, and I told him that he was going to get found guilty. The feds got a 98% conviction rate, and usually when they come get you, they already done did their homework.
Yeah.
So he up against it. I don't know where he stands with it. A lot of people telling the feds.
Yeah.
The feds offer you a whole lot of time. They give out that time like 47 years. But that's fake too when they throw that 47 on you. But if you don't know the law, in their books it say from 5 to 47.
Talk to him, Rick.
But technically they can only give you the amount of time that fits the certain guideline.
Yeah.
So I would have to have looked at his case and see what all they had him charged with. Look at his police report or his indictment. His indictment is really what would lay everything out, the overt acts, and then I could really tell you. But he up against it, and I wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully his family stay behind him. And I know his homeboys ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna stay down. He gonna find himself by himself. Hopefully he can work it out and get out early. But apparently, if he already pled guilty, that means he's worked out a deal, because he's only been arrested about 3 months now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's already cut a deal with the prosecutor. What that deal means or said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just like it is with Donald Trump and all of his cronies that's got arrested. We don't know what the deals are yet. They haven't made them public. But pretty soon, all of his stuff will be public, where anybody can go in and pull the paperwork and see exactly what happened to him.
It's been a lot of young rappers out here being indicted by the feds. We got Rollo down here in Atlanta. Now you got Tekashi 6ix9ine. What kind of advice would you give to these young men to be able to avoid these pitfalls when they balling on top of the world, man?
Well, a lot of them, they thinking that gangsterism is the way to go. But what I always said was, gangsters are trying to get out of the street, and then rappers who've never been in the street are trying to get back into the street. So it's like kind of like retardism, you like these guys that's in the street, and maybe they're your big homies or whatever, but what they're doing out of a necessity, because they didn't have another avenue to get that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they took the only avenue they had, but now you get the money and then you go back into the streets. It's retardism.
That's crazy. Now, on another current event note, what do you think about this wall, man?
Which one? Oh, the wall.
The wall.
Oh, man. Stop it, Trump.
What do you think he trying to pull with that? Because, see, some folks will quote an old CeeLo Green verse and say they don't know if they're trying to put the wall to keep them out, to keep our ass in.
Which one is it? Yeah. Trump, I don't know how he got to be president. When they told me he was, they could have still, even after he won, they could have got me. I thought it was fake news.
Exactly.
I say fake news. You know, he always talking about fake news. So I said, man, he done got some of that fake news out. But man, you know that dude, man, it's gonna be crazy that he got this old and decided to want to play with the jailhouse. You know, because he could go to jail as well.
Now, back to you, Rick, being through some of the things that you've been through, man, being locked down for that time, you know, witnessing the death of your uncle and all of that stuff. How do you maintain your happiness, man?
Well, you know, happiness comes from inside of you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to tell yourself, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, just like you tell yourself that I should be sad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that, then that's what it is. Because as one of my books said, as a man think in his heart, so it is. Mm-hmm. So I live by that. And if some negative thought comes to my mind, the first thing I do as fast as I can, I try to get it out. You know, because I don't want it fostering. I think that's the correct word. Now, you know, I ain't got no high school diploma. I ain't got no GED. So
I'm with you.
Altering, is that the correct word? No, I don't think it's the correct. The word I'm talking about is when a seed sits in it and it starts to
festering.
Festering?
Yeah, festering.
Festering. That's the word.
One you want to go with.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try not to let them fester or foster inside of my mind. I want to get that shit out.
Exactly.
Yeah, as fast as I can.
Now,
you know,
when you're looking at your movie that you're about to drop, when you go back and you're talking to the writer about different scenes and stuff like that, how much of your personal are you throwing in there?
I'm going all in. You know, like I don't have nothing. Like Cody said, I don't have nothing to hide. Yeah. You know, you can put it all out there. I mean, I ain't perfect.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm perfect. And if I make a mistake, I don't mind admitting I made a mistake. Exactly. You know, but what I don't want to do is make the same mistake over and over and over again. Right. You know, like so many of us do. You know, we go. And we used to go to jail for whatever crime we did, and while we in jail, we come up with a better plan to do the same crime, and come back out, and it don't work then, and then we go back in, and we go back, and we got another new plan now. We'll do the same thing, but even better, and with a different guy. This time we got a better guy. This guy here, he's smarter than the other guy.
Exactly.
So, you know, we keep coming up with them brilliant plans that never work.
How do you feel now being able to get all this money legally, though, man?
Man, it's unbelievable, you know. I'll probably be the first multi-billion-dollar black. That's my goal now. I'll be the first multi-billion-dollar black in the world. I'm shooting for that, and I'm standing on that. You know, just like I did when the man came to write my obituary. You know, did you read that article in the LA magazine?
No.
Where he said he was writing my obituary.
Now, what the hell made him do that?
He thought I was gone. He thought I was dead. You know, they have me in that concrete tomb, though.
Yeah.
You know, where you don't really come out of it. Most people that they put in that tomb don't come out of that tomb.
That's true.
So, you know, I found a way out. You know, I was going to chisel my way out, hammer my way out.
I was going your way out.
Yeah, I was going to have to come out of there.
Exactly.
So I wound up reading my way out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
When you look over your life and you think about stuff like that, when you went into jail illiterate and then you came out literate, and being able to really use your own brain to think your way out of the worst situation you could have possibly been in at that time, how do you feel being able to conquer that, man?
When you conquer one of your greatest fears, and one of my greatest fears was not being able to read.
Yeah.
You know, I felt that I was dumb, stupid, you know, all the things that a person would think about themselves not being able to function literally in an environment, in society. Yeah. So I had this low self-esteem about that. Mm-hmm. But once I conquered it, it was like, what else can I do?
Yeah.
You know, I just beat that. It's been holding me down for all these years, for 28 years. Exactly. Not being able to read had haunted me. And then finally, somebody taught me just a simple thing of sounding out the letters. Learning how to sound out the letters, learn how to sound out letters and patch them together and learning that sound. And I was like, wow, that's all it was.
Exactly.
It was just a technique, one of the keys.
Now, exactly. Now, coming back out here on these streets, though, Rick, when you look up after you were free, you've been moving and grooving. I mean, documentaries, books left and right. I mean, just doing it big. Have you learned any new things that you've been adding to your repertoire?
Well, right now I'm studying the internet. I see all these people with these millions and millions of followers and stuff, and I'm wondering how did they get them?
Yeah.
So what I did is I went back to basics. I said, well, you know what? If somebody did it, they wrote a book about it.
Yeah.
So I ordered the book. I'm reading a couple books now about Instagram, increasing your followers on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook as well.
Yeah.
I'm also reading the guy Gary V from New York, who I'll be in New York talking to on the 11th.
That's right.
Next month. This month. This the first. So now I'm studying again. I start back reading. One of the things that I hate that I did is when I got out, I'd read over 300 books when I got out. So I felt that I never need to read another book.
Exactly.
I felt I was sharp enough. But what I found out is that I was sharp in some areas, but with this new technology stuff, because really when I got out, Facebook and them was just really being born. They were still young.
Yeah.
But I didn't take advantage of that, and I missed a great opportunity that I could have been at the front of the pack or right with the heat right now, but by me allowing other people to start, because I just started my social media about 4 years ago, but I could have been doing it 10 years ago, and I would have been one of the first.
How do you feel about social media right now?
I love social media. Social media can take a normal person who don't have a job. I'm reading about now who people were sleeping on sisters' couches and people were sleeping in cars and did little simple stuff like working out, making baskets, and they take social media, man, and turn those into multi-million-dollar companies.
I can definitely dig that. Lastly, Rick, anything else you want to get off your chest, and how can the people contact you, man?
Man, they can get me on Freeway Ricky on Twitter and Instagram, and Freeway Rick Ross on Facebook. Anybody want to get the book, they can order it off my website, freewayrickyross.com. Man, it's I'm just having so much fun right now, man. I just wish that everybody could really have as much fun as I'm having right now, man. I mean, my life has really, but in order to enjoy it the way I do, you almost got to lose your life, and then get it back, and then you will appreciate every single second that you have, and if we start living our life like we should appreciate it, then a lot of the ills that we have in the world right now we won't have no more, because people will be so concerned with protecting that valuable thing, that most valuable asset that they have, and that's life.
Yeah.
With that, that's about it, man.
I can definitely dig it. Well, Rick, my dog.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again as well, man. Wish you nothing but the best and much success. And I'm waiting on that movie right now, boy.
We finna get it.
Already.
I'm gonna let you know. So when we start the cashing, I'm gonna cash down here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come to Atlanta and cash.
Well, I'm here for that, man.
All
Let's
right.
get it.
Let's get it.
Be High Radio, shout it. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let's go.